Construction has changed a lot in the last 40 years, I can tell you. And one of the first things that I want to point out that evidences how profoundly it's changed is these two items. These were specified by an engineer, have been inspected by a county inspector, and had to be on the site before any work started. This is a spill kit. So if any of the earth-moving equipment or a pickup or anything else spills any fuels or oils, lubricants, anything that is negative, it's a way to clean it up safely, if you can get it open. Guidebook, eye protection, rubber glove, little absorbent booms. There's some visqueen and some absorbent pads in the bottom. This little dandy is a place for the concrete trucks to wash out after they've put the concrete in the ditches and in the forms all around the perimeter of the job to support the wall. Anything that's left over in the truck is washed out into this waterproof container. This is known as a track out. It's large diameter rocks over filter fabric before the equipment operating on the site enters the right of way. Unlike some things that bureaucracies concern themselves with, this is very legitimate.
These big clean rocks roll around underneath the tires of the trucks as they leave the site. That's important because this site's going to be wet to control dust, and that means giant dirt clods could fall out from between the duals into traffic once they come up to highway speeds. These rocks knock that dirt out of there. Keeps the roads cleaner and a lot safer.
So the property is bordered now, as a condition of the permit, by a filter sock. A filter sock is a fabric tube that is full, in this case, of chipped up brush. It looks to me like twigs and leaves and bits of small branches that have been pulverized. And the idea is, so if there's a flood event and you have standing water or running water on the property, as it exits the property, some portion of the mud, the silt, will be filtered out by the material inside that sock. Now, this is not the only way to do this. There's silt fence that can be put into the ground, serves the same sort of a purpose. Sometimes it works, sometimes maybe it doesn't work so well, but at least it's an attempt to minimize the intrusion of your construction mess onto your neighbor. Like the track out, this storm drain protection filter is inspected. It's not just inspected by the owner, whose responsibility it is to keep it working, but it's inspected by the Department of Environmental Quality. And you know what? That's a good thing. Not only does keeping silt out of the storm drain system keep the storm drain system working, but it keeps any oils and other items that might inadvertently be transported by water into the storm drain system out of our rivers. Who can complain about that? This is construction fencing. This will be gone when the project is done. There's probably somebody in your area that will rent you construction fencing. On a busy thoroughfare like this, the security benefits are probably obvious. There are benefits besides just security to tools, and that is you don't want guys coming in here all the time just because they see activity. You don't want conversations happening when equipment's moving around. So security does not just extend to theft prevention, but it extends to minimizing the chance of accidents with strangers on the job who maybe get in the gate while the work is happening but are not understood to be there. Money well spent on a commercial project and perhaps on a residential project.